Anjali Sivaraman, welcome to CNN News 18.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Anjali, first, congratulations for the success of your show Class.
Thanks.
Everyone is talking about your performance as Suhani. But to you, what is the most meaningful compliment that you have received so far for your role in this series Class?
Mostly that it was extremely believable. A lot of my friends and my family who watched it told me that at a lot of points they completely forgot who they were watching and that they even knew this person and that it was almost like they were just looking into Suhani's life. So that was a really big compliment.
But has the phone stopped ringing? It must be flooded with messages. I'm sure everyone, I think, right now want to cast Anjali. What type of offers are you getting?
Well, so far I have been getting a lot of auditions, and the frequency of which I've been getting them has increased. The types of roles that have been coming to me have, um there's so many different kinds of roles that are coming to me now. Earlier, there were like very few, very particular kinds that would come to me, and now it's like become a little more wide in its range, which is kind of cool. A lot of people want to collaborate on a lot of different things as well. It's been really overwhelming.
This show, which is set in this hip Delhi school, talks about inequality in the society. It talks about class divide. It has a lot of drugs and sex. Now, you play this rich girl who falls in love with this guy who comes from the lower strata of the society. How convinced were you with the whole story, and did you have any doubts about your character when you started work on this series?
Yes, of course. I initially had doubts about the character, mostly because I haven't personally experienced what she has gone through. So it did take me a little bit of time and, a little bit of research in the way of talking to people, maybe trying and getting a little more insight into the world to understand where she was coming from. And I feel like it did a pretty good job as to in shedding a light on all of these separate worlds that people live in, and it kind of brought to light what is going on behind closed doors.
What was it the director or the cast members all you wanted to say with this series?
This particular show talks about so many very relevant subjects that are not just happening in India right now, but in the world. And it kind of sheds a light on each of these subjects, but in a very nuanced and beautiful way. And that's where Oshim's magic comes into play because he's a very detail oriented person. And I think each character really just wanted to do justice to the person that they were trying to portray. And that is what we were trying to say, that this is who we are, this is our life. Have a look at what we have to go through in life.
Anjali, Suhani is that emotional and vulnerable character whom we saw being emotionally bruised, especially her equation with a father and a mother. How you strike that emotional balance while playing Suhani?
Honestly, we did extensive workshops, and I really had to live with the character of Suhani for months and months to truly understand who she was. I had to find like a way to empathize with her in a very genuine manner. And only once I managed to do that was the authenticity of her relationships with people shown on screen.
This is your second big series. You, of course, have worked in PM Selfie Valley for
Mm.
Old Balaji and another Netflix film called Cobalt Blue. How do you know when you're going to click with the director? Is there a method in your head, or is it instinctive? It will I'll figure out as we go.
I feel like it's not always an ideal situation. Not every time will you click with your director. So for me, I look at the character that I'm playing and how I click with her as opposed to anything else because I feel like everything else can be worked out in some way or the other, but I need to be able to love the character that I'm going to play.
According to a recently published report, which says India has no OTT or TV content for its nearly 50 crore Gen Z population, population that you belong to. Do you think this show has been able to establish a connection with today's generation?
Yes, most definitely.
But as a Gen Z, as somebody from Gen Z, do you feel the OTT content is only catering to millennial and not to Gen Z?
I do feel like content currently in India is working towards creating more content for the Gen Z population. However, yes, it does tend to favor millennials a little bit, but OTT in general is doing a pretty good job to cater to the Gen Z population. I think definitely. There's so many big shows like Never Have I Ever and Riverdale. All of these shows are very Gen Z if you think about it.
And in Hindi?
And in Hindi, maybe, maybe, no, that was not Hindi. Maybe something like Mismatched.
Yeah,
Yeah. And now Class.
definitely. Your Instagram bio says actor, model, singer by the day. Now I heard a couple of your songs, especially the cover versions of Love and Rose and
Lovey and Rose.
Love and Rose and Lion Richie's Hello. Do you
Hmm.
think in future we'll see Anjali singing in a series, or maybe do
Yeah.
you think as an actor that gives you an edge over others?
As singing, yes, I do feel. I think any talent like singing or dancing gives any actor an edge over the others because I don't know, it allows you to bring a whole other set of emotions and body language and expressions into your character. So it definitely gives it an edge. And yes, I hope I do sing for a series in the future.
And also in a movie as well.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I'll do playback because I'm a jazz blues singer and they don't usually go for jazz blues singers in playback. But hopefully,
Here's wishing you many more successes. We really want to see you doing a lot of more series and movies, both on the OTT and on the big screen. Many thanks for talking to me. Thank you
thank you
so much
so
and
much.
best of luck. And
Thank you.
would you please like to today give to your fans a song in your voice, maybe Hello or any other
Oh,
favorite of yours?
yes. My always go to song is this song called At Last by Etta James. I could do that.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Mhm. At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song. Oh, yeah, yeah, at last.
Oh, cool. Thank you so much and best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.